It's another hard day at the office.
And it's some sea trout double trouble. We're operating a little bit. Great colors. Beautiful pike.
Se on iso.
Se on iso. Nyt lähtee Ryde. Tää päivä oli tässä.
Start from the places we looked at from the map yesterday.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
First spot is a little bit of hiking that way.
Yeah.
And then maybe start moving back from there.
This is 4th generation fly rod. Heavy shooting head, 20 grams. Rod is about 8 weight. Future reel. Let's kill them all.
Taking a fish shouldn't be that hard. That's why we have this.
Hey guys, you need this.
Which flies are you tying?
I'm gonna put on a Klauser minnow.
Yeah.
And then pot the grisen, which is kind of shrimp imitation.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's this type of shrimp here, but it's kind of pinkish, cool looking fly, so they will,
can't go wrong.
Yeah. They will eat it if they're...
Yeah. When you come to the spot, I'll never wait before I make the first cast, because many times you can just spook the fish and they can be extremely shallow water, so they can be on the first rocks, and that's why it's good to make some cast before you go. So I'm using the Meri rod, and I have rigged it with Meri line. This is the 7-weight rod and 7-weight line, and it's slow intermediate, so it sinks very slowly. And if I would choose one line for fishing from the shore for sea trout, I would go with the slow intermediate, because it's the best all-around fly line for that.
So here we have this small point, and as you can see, it's breaking the waves and the current real nice. It creates kind of slack water here, and we have long shoreline over here. So this type of points where you have rocks, points, underwater structure and stuff like that, so that usually holds the fish, also the bait fish, and that's why the fish keep hanging around in these parts.
There is a good looking bay. I was just thinking if I should go and try a few casts on the bay area. Sometimes the fish are actually surprisingly inside of the bays, and on the other days they are not at all on there. But sometimes if you find a fish from that kind of bay, it can be super good. So this spot is kind of like a flat water after a more windy place, and actually many times sea trout can be on these kind of spots, and I think that this is a perfect spot when they are moving kind of like inside out between the more windy places to the more shelter, and this is also a very shallow area.
Oh, fish! Onks sul kalaa?
Small trout.
Esko!
Woo! We had kalaonni again, which has been the case when we are filming AHDATO.
There is no episode without a fish!
No. Feels good. It's never easy when you are fishing from
Way
land.
to go, Esko! Woo!
Good strike. It took like probably 5 meters from the bank, so it was very good that I didn't go to the water at all, because I could see all the stones and it just came from the middle of those ones. The fish are very shallow. And I have to underline that I'm super happy that we found actually fish. It's November and the days are really short. This is totally unknown place for us also, and this was the second spot we fished, and boom. So I'm always happy when I'm fishing for sea trout, and at least I get some action or a take, not even landing a fish, but just a take or see a fish. That's always a good day for me. So nice, feels good.
Hey, Esko, my man.
Good luck. Good fortune. Kalaonni
Hey,
continues.
good job.
Thanks.
So,
I think that that can be also very good.
I
spot.
was just thinking that I'm gonna go
You should
on
definitely.
to the other side, and
Yeah.
and then we just keep moving towards the big rock,
Yes. Yeah.
because you can see all the rocks in the water breaking the waves.
Yeah.
So I will go across on the other
Yeah.
side of this small bay.
And check out this fly. This is like a probably 5 centimeter bait fish. So it doesn't have to be always that big or even that beautiful. Well, now it's very stuck, but
Now it's even more beautiful.
yeah, and even more fishy.
Yeah.
But small flies.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy. Works well.
He wanted it.
Yeah. I have been using today the XLB Steel Maniac reel. It's a super good reel for sea trout fishing, and pike fishing and also still water fishing. Why it's good reel for sea trout fishing is that when I do a day of sea trout fishing, I can change the fly line. So sometimes I'm using slow-mo, then I can change to, for example, here is Vibe 85 Sync 3. This line I use when I do the roly-poly techniques. So if I'm using, for example, magic heads and I want to strip it very fast, so the fly goes like this, very good line for that one because it gets the fly easier, little bit down, and the roly-poly technique lift it up. So that's why good to have also Sync 3 lines. And then I have, this is probably fast inter. Yeah, so three different lines I can use in one day. It's very easy to change the spool, so I just have this with me and then I change the spool. It takes probably one or 2 minutes and then I'm ready to go.
On the road, headed back to New
Jarkko has a
Orleans.
fish on. First cast.
Driving in the country,
Fish
past
immediately.
old-timey scenes.
Is it better?
Big birds were singing in the tall willow trees. Mighty fine. 3 words written on a paper bag. I miss you was written in a message in black. Thrown in a van 2,000 miles back. A better time. And how many souls and times that I've told of places that I'd wanna be. And how many days when I could have stayed instead of just getting up to leave. And given we make time, I'll meet you down the line. A long coat walking on a New York street. A pack of crushed cigarettes fell to her feet. Well, ain't it odd how some people meet? But that's the truth. And 2 pictures buried in a guitar case. Underneath the music sheets all over the place. I caught a glimpse of the sweetest girl's face.
We changed the spot. We were fishing the windier side, came to this side of the island where it's a little bit more calm. The surface is still broken nicely, so kind of decent looking spot. A lot of structure here. So we went in, made some casts. I had a bite on the first cast and you needed to make 2.
Yeah.
Here's a little Åland made sea trout. Looks super cool. When they talk about chrome silver, now you know what they're talking about. Today I've been using our new coast set It's 9'7" rod with a cool looking blue Hero reel and Meri slow-mo line. It's specifically designed for coastal fishing. So if you're gonna go fishing for sea trout from the bank, all you need to do is attach a fly and you're good to go. So it was a pleasure to catch that nice 61 centimeter trout. It was with this coast set. So I came here, good looking bottom. You can see some rocks and weeds, and I made the first cast. Didn't even have too much line out, and right away, couple pulls and boom, hit the 61 centimeter trout. And while I was fighting the fish, I could see a few other fish running away. So let's see if they are still hanging around in this area or did they move away. So we have some structure here, which is kind of good. The water is moving in between these small islands, so it creates a perfect spot for the trout to hold. So it's not very windy on this side of the island, but we wanted to try out this side just to see if the fish are holding here, because you can see the kind of yesterday's waves still coming in. This is actually quite classic sea trout fishing. You do a lot of searching, try to find the fish, and when you find the fish, there's usually a bigger school of fish, so you can catch multiple fish at the same time or right next to each other, like we did with Esko. We're fishing in Åland. It's an island between Finland, mainland Finland and Sweden. And there's a ton of places to fish for sea trout from the bank. Now we're fishing in an island just to get to a place where there's a little bit warmer water. But there's a whole bunch of places in Åland where you can access nice shorelines to catch nice big sea run brown trouts. In springtime, a lot of the shoreline is restricted access because of the bird spawning, but in fall you can access a lot of places. If you're new to fly fishing for sea run brown trout, getting a local guide will help you a lot, because there's so much place to choose from, so it'll be easier to find the spots. Another hard day at the office.
Yeah.
Today it was actually hard.
Yeah, it was, but I think that we were quite lucky, and I have to say that needs to be satisfied with the results.
Oh yeah, of course. Every day when you go sea trout fishing from the shore and you have a bite or you catch something, it's a good day.
Yeah. Caught 3, you got a nice one.
Yeah.
61. That was a real beauty.
Yeah.
I got 2 smaller. One was probably the little sister of yours. Some double trouble action. And,
yeah, but good day.
And as we say in Finland, kala on näin.
Tää uuden sukupolven perhokalastus pikkuhiljaa alkaa sujua. Nyt tää heittäminenkin alkaa jo menemään. Että ota. Tää on tätä edestakas vispaamista ja sinne. Sinne se meni.
Menikö se poikki?
No vittu meni. third cast brings the fish too. 2 in a row. Let's see how many we can catch.
Yeah. Third time makes the charm.
Ah,
Did you miss one?
yeah.
No!
Third cast.